Good evening, everybody, and happy Friday, October 2nd. We've got an incredibly fun night of trivia lined up for you tonight, and I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to bring in our special co host guest who inspired tonight's trivia rounds. Let's welcome to the show John, and also known as Big Fat Panda. Hey, John, how you doing tonight?
Good, Chad. How are you, man?
I am doing great, man. It is like a privilege and an honor to be able to create some content that's on YouTube with a gentleman of your talent and stature.
Too much pressure. Lower your expectations. Lower them.
No, man. I mean, I've like elevated my YouTube stream here tonight. Okay.
This looks like a primo production. I'm pretty happy to do this. This looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And what we're doing is just to give you and everybody else that's listening a little bit of the backstory here. When COVID started and guys like yourself got locked out of the parks, okay, we looked at this and said there's a complete lack of Disney content going out there. And so how do we come back in and do something Disney related that helps people stay home, stay safe, and stay magical? And President Trump did this call for influencers to try to get that message out. I don't really consider myself an influencer. I'm a guy who likes to host conversations and serve the Disney community. So, but I kind of backed into this and went, I can have a few thousand people watching my stream after a couple of days later. So I kind of look at it and I go, okay, I guess I am. And so I put my head together and go, what am I really good at? And figuring out technology. And so we figured out a way to live stream a pub style trivia where you can play on your smartphone.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And then started shopping the ideas together, built an incredible team because I could not pull all this off by myself. And I'm going to introduce some of these team members here pretty quick. Before I do that, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, hit all of those kind of buttons to help us kind of get the word out and grow, that'd be awesome. Okay. So let's come back in and welcome in our trivia writers tonight. So first up, let's bring in Peter. Hey, Peter, how you doing tonight?
Hey, guys. Nice to see you.
Hey, glad to have you back. And then we're going to welcome Kaylin back to the show. Hey, Kaylin, how are you?
Wow. Good. How are you?
Doing great. And then we're going to bring back this is a rare spawn, like a rare guest appearance. So we're going to welcome Yuli back to the show. Hey, Yuli, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. And thanks for making me feel special.
Oh, well, we just don't get you on quite enough. But
I know,
so John sent us 3 links that are some of his most popular videos that he's done. Okay. And
they're not the ones I thought would at all be popular.
Isn't that the way that works? You come back in and
all
you go
the time.
You go, this was a rock solid. This is going to be rock solid work. And then it flops. And then
very quickly, I saw Donald and Daisy dressed as dinosaurs in the Animal Kingdom once, or it was a Chippendale. And I thought, that's going to be great. No one cared. Just me. Me.
Yeah, it's the way it goes. But anyways, our 3 videos tonight. One is on EPCOT character meets. You came across a pretty rare character meet of gathering of people. And we linked out the video to our followers and the people that have put their email address in this week. So that was a really cool video, I have to say.
A fence opened up and there were like 100, like 10 cars. I was like, what's going on here? Never saw that before. It wasn't even on. There was no schedule, nothing. I later found out, I think they were being trained.
That's usually when you come across that. That's what they do. It's like
I was not aware of
character training day.
Got it. Okay, well that kind of makes sense to me as well. But you just happen to be right time, right place, right camera.
So, I think the lady I was with said something's going to happen here soon. And I was like, all right, what? And there's a Joffrey's coffee there, so that was always good.
Oh, okay. Well,
between Canada and the UK, like right there.
Yep. Okay. And then our other video was an Animal Kingdom Safari view, and
that was great.
Yes, that was I started researching like Panda Vision. Tell us a little bit about that.
I know that people that go on a ride, you hold the camera and you get what you get, and that's it. And I said, you know what? I mean, I live here. I have an annual pass, and I'm a big fan. Why don't I sit on the safari ride over the course of 2 or 3 days and just pick the best shots from it and give somebody the ultimate safari. So in that case, it was really, piecing together, but making you feel like it was all the same driver, the same audio, but yet different, clips. So it feels much, much more epic than it really was. And Pandavision was a gimmick on Panavision on a ride where I filmed like the left, the right, and the center, and then tried to seamlessly put it all together. You'll see actors change sometimes in one show, like what just happened, because it's really a different show I filmed.
Ah, awesome. But that's that's like taking your editing up to a higher level to create a better product.
It's a job sometimes. Sometimes you get lost in the edit and you're like, 5 hours went by? What happened?
Got it. And then our third round tonight, come back in and look at my notes. Our third round tonight is all Frozen themed, okay? And from a Frozen video that you did there. So that's what we've got coming back in tonight. And let me come back in and let's say hi to some of the crowd comments as well. They're looking pretty chatty tonight. So Glenn Kessler says, woohoo, Panda's here. And so... Hey, Mary, and then greetings from the Jersey Shore from Annette. Courtney says hi. And Tony Ann, yes, thank you so much for helping us.
Tony, yeah.
Introduce us to John and get him on the show. So, and then
Tony.
Mary's here as well.
Mary, we love Mary. Oh.
Yeah, everybody loves Mary, right?
Everybody loves Mary. Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, how can you not love Mary? Like, come on. Like, and Scott's here, and Uli's here saying hi to all of her friends. And then, yes, my official Mouse Quiz swag shirt. If I get my microphone out of the way. But then you can't hear me. So
that is a cool shirt. I like it.
Oh, thanks, man. dvcswag.com.
I got to go there.
Got all my logos under one little website link. So there we go. And then Jeremy says hi tonight. We'll have to see if Jeremy whoops up on everybody as usual. He's a pretty merciless trivia player as well. And then Jake is tuning in tonight. And Tony Ann is already starting the SmackDown talk. And then Dan says we're ready for some trivia. So we're about 8 minutes after, which is about our normal starting time. So if you're just now joining us, here's the way this works. You're going to bring up a smartphone or another tab on a web browser or a tablet. Bring up any web browser and go to crowd.live/meet. Okay. And then what it'll ask you to do is it'll ask you to pick a screen name, which is what we'll all see you playing as. And then we'd encourage you to put your email address in there so that we can send you a weekly newsletter. We promise not to spam. 1 email a week. It'll tell you who won last week. And a little bit of teasers and hints for what's coming up this next week to help you do a little bit better on the quizzes and the shows. Okay. And then this is the fun part. If you happen to be playing with a Disney family, okay, go ahead and pick a team name that you're playing for. It's been podcast teams, but we're now starting to get in some requests to start to grow. So pick a team name for whoever you're batting for. And at the end of the show, well, actually, after round 2, we take a halftime break and we show you the individual winner so far in the trivia and what podcast team is winning. And then we usually double or triple the points in the final round and then come back in and get an overall winner for the night. So really simple, crowd.live, pick a screen name, put your email address in, and pick a team or play as a free agent. John, you're new to this.
That was easy. I did pick a team. I picked Team My DVC Points just because I liked the name, so I picked it.
Well, there you go, John.
Is that okay? That's okay.
That's my
That's
team,
cool
and I'm going to tell you because
yeah.
most of my team writes the questions, so we don't get to play. So we're never in the top stuff. So curious, John.
Well,
curious.
the problem is we all have to skip our own questions, so our scores are usually low. So good to have someone that.
Yep. So that's how that works. But anyways, let's go ahead and I'm going to bring up the screen here, and you can also, if you want to, just hold your phone up and hit the QR code there in the corner if you're just now catching it. And so, but I'm going to go ahead and make this thing full screen. And Gina, if you could kick off round 1, that would be absolutely splendid. We'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, and congratulations to the Evil Queen, April and Holly, for coming in 1, 2, 3. So, Panda, you did the top 10. I'm pretty proud of you for your first round.
I can't believe how much useless information this brain knows.
And on top of it, you were quick with it. Okay, so you got to be quick with these
All right,
to do this, because we try to keep it at a fairly easy level. And we can't make it too easy, though. So it's always a struggle, okay, as to what comes into this one as well, okay?
See, me and Uli, we're right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, like neck and neck, right?
I actually took a screenshot because I was actually in second place tonight and ahead of Jeremy. Is really all I was trying to document.
Got it. We have a group of regulars, John. And if
Is
you're
that Jeremy
playing,
Goff, Jeremy?
It's Jeremy Mobley, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, so we like it when Jeremy writes questions for us, because that means he sits out around. Actually,
He's that good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he is. See, Mary's already called you out for trying to cheat tonight, John. So I don't know what
How?
she saw that we didn't.
Not at
but
all.
Yeah. So, okay, let's come back in and see how the crowd did on this. Let me drag this over to this screen. And
This is great software. I love this.
oh well, thanks. So it's kind of fun, right?
It's a lot of fun.
I wish that I didn't have to share the admin screen with you to go over results like this one-on-one, okay? But it seems like crowd did really well with knowing Max was Goofy's son, so we gave some pretty good clues there. Smee, Captain Hook's right hand, so we gave him that. Yeah, that one really did well.
I got one pick in my Mandy P. Mando.
Yeah.
There you go, right? So, and it's always it's a lot of fun
Zebra gnomes.
to come up with the distractors, John. That's where the fun is at.
That is the
for
fun.
us.
Shmoo.
As the
Shmoo.
writers.
Yeah, for the quiz writers, it's all about the distractors. And did we get anybody with our distractors? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to be a quiz writer one day and do some distractions. I like them.
Yeah. And then, what area of Epcot can you find multiple characters in the wild? Okay. And that would have been the International Gateway area. There's usually Mickey and Minnie.
Usually see Mickey, Minnie, and usually at least one other over there.
Yeah. Yep. Right there at the bridge going to France. As you start to come down that hill, they're usually hanging out right there. And then crowd did pretty well there. I don't even know where Odyssey Center would be. Okay.
That's where they have the new Epcot preview.
Oh, okay. Yep. Now I know where you're talking about.
This one threw me off.
And then what was the name of the primary meet and greet in Future World before it closed in 2019?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The next one.
Okay. Yeah. Character spot. The crowd did pretty well there. 86% got that right.
Yeah, this one
And
I was
then-
like,
Me too.
I thought it was 2. I thought it was a tier 2.
That character spot, they might have eventually changed it to a tier 2, but it was a tier 1 for a long time. It was like
Look at
it was Soarin', Test Track, Illuminations, and the character spot. And I was like, who would use a tier 1 on that?
I agree.
But some people must have.
Hey man, I think La Cava del Tequila should be a tier 1 fast pass at Epcot.
Yeah,
Okay.
the line there gets pretty
It definitely makes the ride much more fun.
Yeah, definitely does, right? And then our quiz writers got a little bit tricky, okay? So which princess does not meet and greet in her World Showcase country? And so Mulan, China,
Yeah.
okay. Jasmine over there at Morocco,
Mhm.
and then Belle, France. So it had to be Rapunzel.
Yeah, it's Snow White meets in Germany. Rapunzel does not.
There we go. Okay. And then true or false, Donald and Daisy have a regular meet and greet in Future World.
Look at
I
that.
had to think deep and hard about that
Yeah,
one.
I was like, yes, I got people on that one because Daisy does meet in the front of Future World, but Donald does not ever meet with her. Donald only meets in Mexico.
I was going to say, because some of my favorite Daisy photos are right there at the entrance of Epcot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Mexican Donald. How did I miss that? Ugh,
Yep. So
a shame.
Pete got everybody on at least
I got half.
50. Yeah, hit 51%. You got a majority on your trick question there, Pete. So, and then what character met in Interventions East, and then the Imagination Pavilion, and now found roaming the lawns. And that would be Joy. Okay. The crowd did pretty well there because she's pretty famous for coming out there now, and she puts on a great show.
Yeah.
And
The
then
Royal Nomer House. Is that you, Pete?
yeah, that was me.
Distraction?
No,
That was
that
me.
was actually Chad changed that.
Yeah. Yeah, John, the history of it, and you'll see this in this tonight, is my first really creative distractor question was, what was this the chocolate treat you can get at Animal Kingdom? And I listed it as zebra gnomes, GNOMES.
That's
Right?
great.
And it's time, so people are like rushing.
Yep.
And so they see the zebra and then the
Gotta
OMES.
take your time.
and- right, and they hit it, and like so many people were doing this that zebra gnomes has become mouse quiz legend at that point
That's
in
great.
time. Okay, and then 46% got Royal Summer House. Okay, I got one person with my Nomer House.
I'd like to thank the purists who chose Maelstrom, no matter what. They're still
Yeah, that is
Well,
funny, right?
They are kind of on that ride, right?
Yeah, you can't it's not a character
It's
meet
not
though.
the same
okay.
ride though, yeah, but it's not a meet.
And then what character does not meet in the UK pavilion would be Mr. Pan. Okay.
I thought this one would be tricky
It
because
is,
a lot
'cause
of
there's
people
a
don't
bush.
realize that Winnie the Pooh meets there in the back, and he didn't for a while, but he right before they closed, he was again meeting at the very back of the pavilion.
And the Peter Pan topiary there threw me off. I'm like, no, he does meet it. No, that's just a plant.
Got it.
Plants don't count.
Let's see if there's any crowd comments on this one as well. And Holly was expecting false to be the answer in choice B number 7. I think that was the Donald one. And
Oh, to be choice. Oh, she hit the button
Yeah.
for the second one, but it was
Right.
false and then true. So
oh, and then Jeremy's giving you a shout out here, Uli, right? And then Tony, see, this is where the trash talking comes in, right? She goes, I think we found Jeremy's Achilles heel, and that's character meets. Okay. And then Ben Chesler is back tonight, the alter ego of Glenn. And we got Linda on There Never Was One distractor.
Me too.
Me too.
I almost picked that, Linda.
Yeah. Gina, can you go ahead and warp us over to the next round while we're looking at these questions as well? And then Tony Ann says she realized it, but then she realized that Donald's makes his appearance in Mexico. So, yes, that's right. And coming in on other, Glenn was saying he never knew about Pooh's meetup. My son loves him and hopes to
Glenn, it's actually a wonderful meet and greet in Christopher Robin's bedroom. You should really make an effort to get over there next time you go if he's there, because it's awesome.
It's very cool. It's way at the back end of the building where all the shops are there in a row. The very last shop is a meet and greet, and it's very very cool design and
Mary Wells is texting, John, they must give you the answers ahead of time. Please give them to me. No.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Mary the one accusing you of cheating here, John?
Yep, see? I'm totally making this up, but it's funny.
Okay. By now, everybody should be warped over to the next round. And if you did not move automatically, you can still, or if you're brand new to the stream and you want to come back in and join us, you can go over to crowd.live/safari. Okay. And if you're brand new, you'll put your screen name in, the email address. We will send you 1 email a week. We promise not to spam you. And then you'll come in and pick a team or play as a free agent. Okay. And so while we're waiting for people to get logged into that event, Kaylin, why don't you tell us a little bit about the questions tonight on the safari?
Let's see. They're kind of a mix of things you learn on the safari, so things you might have learned if you watched that video, and then a little bit of history type stuff in there as well.
So, okay then. Okay. Mary fires back. John lying.
I saw that.
Anyways, we should be ready to play our safari round. So crowd.live/safari. I'm going to go ahead and cue up the music here, and we will get this round going.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
And congratulations to Jeremy, the Evil Queen, and Tony. So for our top three
nice.
players, and you, I might as well go Yuli as well. So
You might as well.
throw
Really,
you a
I mean,
little
come
bit of love there as well. 'Cause I'm sitting right here. Okay. Let me come back in and pull up some crowd results on this. And I should have had the screen ready to go, but that's okay. Give me just a second to get this over here. So we're going to look at this and we're going to come into results summary and take a look and see how people did.
People are
I'm telling you,
savage. They are fast.
It's just like there's times when I've written the questions and I know the answers and I still get beat. Okay. It's like, what is up?
I've watched this video 1,000 times. The last one killed me because I was like, oh, the crocodiles. They're on cooled rocks. No.
Not only did you watch it 1,000 times, you made it, Panda.
I do that all the time. Click an answer choice that I know the millisecond after.
Yes,
it's
the
wrong
millisecond after.
Well, I was just like, okay, I was looking for distractors on that one, and I was like, okay, they're reptiles. They're not going to want to be on cooled rocks. Like,
I know. The heated rock made me think cooled rock. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so the first one was pretty much a gimme. 93% pulled it off, and the safari is in Africa. I think everybody knew that one. This next one was a little bit of a interesting question. It's how well are you paying attention to the guide? And he does say he's taking you on a 2-week safari.
2-week safari, yeah.
Yeah.
Worth mentioning, the guide is Christopher Lowry, a friend that I still keep in touch with. He moved, I forgot to what state, but he's no longer in Florida, but a really nice guy. He got married and left.
Aw.
Okay. Okay, and then the names of the animatronic elephants that were used to warn against poaching. Big Red, Little Red. Most people knew that, 55%. Do you guys know the story as to why they pulled them out?
That's dipping back into time for Big Red and Little Red.
People were sad.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
made too many kids cry.
They
Okay.
should- they
Yeah.
actually-
I know the
they
big one
did-
was
they had a-
the
they
big
had a
one was
dead
pulled out
elephant.
really early on because it was like a dead elephant laying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It was a real downer at the end of the ride.
Yeah.
from what I'm told, little kids would go, "Mommy, are they going to steal me away from you?" And
Oh.
so, yeah, Disney was just like, this ain't kind of
If
backfired.
you're not good, Jimmy, yes.
Oh, I still want to say that to the kids sometimes at Disney. Okay. And then a group of hippos is called a bloat. 57% got that right. And So let's come back in and then, okay, what do you call what's the first area of the reserve? I would have had to guess on this one.
I totally guessed.
So I came back in and I changed some of the actual names to Rafiki's River and Simba's Savannah just to see if I could like help people eliminate too. And I still got quite a few distractors on that one, but
that was a tough one.
I thought that question would have been easier because to me it's second nature that when you first go and you go into like a little woodsy area.
Forest, yeah.
I knew it wasn't the clay pits because that's where the elephant scratches are. Mm-hmm. And I knew that wasn't first, but I was like, I don't know. I feel like it's woodsy. Forest. Okay, go.
Got it. And then the Wild Africa Trek, where do you stop for a meal? And there's a area, like a picnic area overlooking the savannah up there.
Mm-hmm. Very cool tour if anyone gets a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do that one bad.
Yep. And then like above the hippos, I'm thinking that's like rock area way up there. And
there's another part in the tour where it's kind of a cross actually. It's above where the truck goes and you come out on the edge of like an overlook and you can see the hippos really well.
Got it. I knew it wouldn't be the Expedition Everest VIP lounge. That one I could have eliminated.
I don't know if that's a real place, but
yeah, I don't know.
Is that a real place, or did you just make that up?
I'm not sure.
Okay, and then I think the crowd nailed the Jungle Cruise. Yeah. Walt wanted animals there.
That does make the most sense.
Yep, and then the clicking sounds.
Yeah, it's also other noises like whistles and different like bells and stuff, just different sounds.
Yeah. Yep. So crowd nailed that one as well, 71%. And then the name of the truck you ride in, Simba 1. For some odd reason, I did know that one. What's that?
I said I had a Nala 98 when I was a kid. That's my first car. No, I was trying to be funny, sorry.
Okay. And then we already covered the Cools Rocks sections, and I thought that was an interesting piece of trivia on the attraction that they actually air condition the rocks to bait the lions to stay out there and make it a cooled stage. So
Chad, I present to you a bonus question for a future show because I just looked this up this week. Do you know what you call a bunch of pandas? I couldn't believe the answer. You know, like it's a bloat for hippos, a bunch of pandas.
John's family reunion?
Exactly. Is called an embarrassment. Like it's an embarrassment of pandas. And I don't know if they mean it that way or that's just the word, but that would be a great future question to throw in somewhere.
That would be. So,
and you can look it up because it amazes me that that's like a flock of seagulls, an embarrassment of pandas.
There you go. And let's come back in and look at some of these crowd questions and comments here on this one as well. And okay, there was my Jeremy was saying he loves the choices for the vehicle questions. Are those the years that some parks may have opened, Kayla?
Yep. Hoping to throw some people off with that because Disney likes to add those years into, random places like that.
Ah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, nice.
Right. And Ed says I need to go to Disney more. I think that's a pretty universal feeling among our crowd.
That's my college roommate joining in there, that Ed.
Oh, gotcha. And then Tony Ann was saying you must watch The Magic of Animal Kingdom on Disney+.
Amazing.
I could see us doing a trivia themed round off of that once they get a few more episodes out. And then Scott was saying, I guess I need to pay more attention to the guide driver. I think I got 2 right. And Kevin has never been on the safari. So he answered it like about the Jungle Quiz did well. Okay, well.
They're the same thing.
It's the same thing. You actually see more sometimes on the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you can see more animals on the Jungle Cruise.
Especially if it's the nighttime one.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
It's the only way to see someone pointing out their favorite plants, too.
So let's come back in now and check in for like a halftime, so to speak. So who do you guys think is going to be leading the pack tonight for the players?
Wicked Queen.
What's that?
No, yeah,
the Evil Queen, the Wicked Queen?
The Evil Queen?
Yeah. And Jeremy.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy didn't like.
Jeremy
I didn't
didn't
even
do
see
so
him
good
rank in the
in the
first
first
round.
round.
He must
Yeah,
have.
I think Tony Ann's going to be up there again. She usually is.
Yeah, Tony
Yeah.
Ann as well. So let's come back in.
Uli's in the top 10, I think.
I think she'll be in the top
That would
5.
be new and different if I am.
Yeah.
Gina, can you go in and set up the multi-game for us as well? And looks like that didn't get done tonight. So let me come back in and start to see if I can do it really quick while we talk here. And John, I'll let you buy me some time here, buddy.
Go ahead. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of the that whole video. I do remember it was an editing nightmare to take out the voice of the other guides while I was still showing pictures from his and wanting to keep his voice so that it seemed like, it was one Safari to you. But
Imagine that
I
was
still
quite a job.
it was like, does this fit? Does this not fit? And making sure that I had enough video of each section that he spoke about. But then I remember I didn't have a lot of good black rhino stuff because it was hard to see. And then I went back another time and got great black rhino. So now he's talking about the black rhinos and I was able to show a close up. So it all came together pretty good at the end, if I remember that it was I still sometimes turn to that one and watch it. I can't believe how many views it got.
Is that one of those ones that you start doing it and you're like, oh, this is a great idea, and you get about like halfway through and you're like, what was I thinking?
If I had to describe the feeling, it was like it felt like there was papers and sheets of things everywhere because I was looking at a timeline of little cuts and things and just trying to figure out how to put it all together. It was a little crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like that technique, though, just blows my mind. Okay. I think we got it figured out. Let me see if I can hit the button here and go. If I click this, the overall winning players. John, you called it, the Evo Queen, right there coming in, along with Tony and Jeremy. So I think we hit all three of them. Yuli, you're doing.
Nice
you're in fourth place. You're
Oh,
only
I'm
like
9.
But here's the thing, I wrote the last set of questions, so I can't participate. So now I'm going to go. Boom.
So you just have to root against everybody else, Uli. That's it, right? If they all bomb,
Uli.
if they all bomb, then you're good.
Little
Okay.
Mermaid.
But yeah, John, you're still hanging tight at number 9. So
I don't
congratulations.
know how long that's
to you
going to
as
last
well.
with a Frozen round. I don't know.
If you've seen the movie,
Yeah.
you watch
Frozen, not your jam, John.
Menza.
Could go either way, huh? Okay. Okay, then. Right.
Just let it go, right? Just let it go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, let's check in on the podcast teams then and see how the teams are doing. Or Disney families. We're beyond podcasts now. So far, the Disney Crushers are leading it with the Geeks coming in second, followed by the Welcome Homies. And then the WDW POV trivia team. John, you got to do a little bit better for my DVC
I
points
do.
here. Like,
Which team is Jeremy on?
he usually plays for the Welcome Homies. Okay.
That's what I'm going to switch my team now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, there you go. Pull them down, right? Pull them down, right?
Oh, that's true.
Followed by Monorail Tales, the Free Agents, and then the Imagineering Podcast fans. Okay.
So when you say you could play as a free agent, you can't say that anymore because there's the free agents team. So
Oh,
Well,
okay.
they have no team.
Yeah, they're technically no team, right?
Yeah, they are a team of
a
individuals.
team of no teamers.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Got it.
Which technically then is a team. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, anyways, coming into round 3, Gina, if you could go ahead and throw up the deal here tonight, I think we can come back in and warp over to round 3 and come back into this. It is paused. Let me.
Wow, that's a long tag.
It's
Royal welcome.
So let me come back in
Try to
and
do this.
okay. So I've got the screen. Will be a little administrative deal. We had a little bit of a warp here, but if you want to join us in
Looks like we're over.
crowd.live/royal welcome. Did you guys on screen? Did you warp over? Are you still there?
I'm warped over, yes.
Okay.
I'm still in Safari, but let's see.
Then if you
I'm
did, If you didn't get the warp, just go to crowd.live/royal welcome. And Uli, you wrote this round of questions tonight, so give us a little bit of heads up what we can expect and prepare us for this round.
Okay, well, I'll give you a hint, and only think about the first Frozen. Don't think about the most recent one. And then if you've seen the movie once and have been to the show the first time in forever, you're probably going to be all right. But just focus on the first one when you think about the answers.
And the attraction.
And
the other
royal
Frozen
one.
stuff in the parks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I can add to it by that. So I think we've got everybody come back in and warped over. Let me look at this and see if I can't. The countdown timer's ready to go. Sorry about whatever little glitch we had there. I think we're ready to go. Let me go ahead and kick this round off, and I will see you guys back in about 10 minutes.
Good luck.
Good luck, everybody. All right. Well, congratulations to Jeremy, Scott, and Erik for winning that round. Come back in, and how'd you guys do on screen? So, Panda, I'm not seeing you in the top 13 there, buddy.
I'm
You're
not
still
either.
on mute there, John.
33.
Ooh.
I know. Jungle Book came out before 101 Dalmatians.
Did it?
That's a
I
good
could have
answer.
swore that was 101 Dalmatians came out first.
No, that was a question
Me
left
too.
over from a previous week because I wrote that question. But
Yeah, I was like, that's
Jungle Book was actually the first live action remake. It was in '96. There was a movie called Disney's The Jungle Book. The more recent Jon Favreau one was not
Really?
the first live action remake of that movie.
Oh, I don't know if I saw the
It was
the
Disney's.
live.
Yes.
It was Disney's remake.
I don't know.
Was it any good? I gotta watch that now. Pete, you should know these things. No, I'm kidding. So, because we kept going from the show in Frozen to the parade, I was like, how did they danced down the aisle? I'm like, oh no, they skated. That's the parade. Was
I
thinking of
thought
the
that
show.
for a second too. I was thinking of like a park parade, and I was like, they skated on the concrete. Like what?
I realize there's a big difference for me between the safari, which I've done like 30 times, and this show, which I've only seen once.
Got it.
Got
Got it. Genia's going to throw out that final round, that final question there as well. Okay. But Tony Ann was saying that, Yuli, you got her with the distractors tonight.
looks like it. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's her job.
Yep. So, okay. So we've officially ended that round. Let me come back in and we'll see if there's, I'll pull up the results summary here.
It looked like you made those more points too, right?
I did. I increased it to 300 points that round.
Holy mackerel.
So because we don't have a fourth round tonight, because we kind of have a John with us, and it's usually a little more chatty when we've got somebody with us that's another content creator or has some stories to tell. So we
It's funny that video, but I don't remember the snow at all. I was like, no, there's no snow. I haven't watched that video in a while. There was snow, really?
Well, Florida snow, Disney snow.
So
I don't know.
How long has it been since they did that? Because that was the parade, right?
That was a while
they
ago.
came
yeah.
out. It's a few
That was like
years.
when Frozen just came out and it was popular, and I think they were surprised. Like I don't think Disney was prepared. There was no merchandise really.
No.
It was kind of like, oh, this is going to become a thing. So the parade then became a thing, and
I remember we went to Disney before the movie came out, and they had already opened a meet and greet in Norway, and the wait for that meet and greet before the movie came out was like 5 hours.
oh my gosh.
And I think right then they should have known this movie might be popular.
Yeah, maybe the Let It Go. I mean, I'm trying to think of why kids wanted it before
I
the
didn't-
movie.
I didn't get it because we were there like 2 weeks before the movie came out, and it was.
I think it has to do with the sisters element. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
The whole sisters thing, they hadn't really tapped that before in an animation.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another great documentary, by the way, on Disney Plus. Is I forgot what it's called. Is it called Into the Unknown? For the documentary about the
Yes.
making of Part
think
2.
so,
Did
yeah.
anybody watch that
I haven't seen it
on the
yet.
panel here? It was an incredible, exhilarating thing to see them going through the deadline to have Frozen 2. So like when we saw the trailer of Frozen 2 and the horse was going up the water with her and she was, charging into the ocean on the waves, the movie wasn't even 10% done at that point. And I'm like, what? Like when I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, this movie is done. They are just waiting to send it out. No, they were still killing themselves with songs and story. So when that trailer came out, nothing was done. That just freaks me out. Like they were really under the gun. They're like, yeah, put the trailer out, but we don't know what's going on. Basically.
Wow.
So you watch
That's
that
why
document. It is great.
Those are really
I'm sorry,
cool.
Pete. There you are.
Okay.
Can you
Pete,
still
I'm
hear
sorry, you went away for a second. Yeah, now we can.
me? Okay.
So, question number 1, Kristoff was the correct answer here, and 86% got it right. So that was pretty cool. Which Disney park does not have a Frozen Royal Welcome? I thought if you thought about this one for a second, there's no like penguin exhibit at Animal Kingdom. Okay.
It seemed the least likely.
And then it snowed. True. We already, and you forgot that one, John. So
I'm one of the how many? I'm one of the 11 that said false. Like they're I know this.
And then, which character is dreamy? Ooh, it was almost between Kristoff and Hans here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I picked Kristoff.
I got that one wrong. I don't know who is Dreamy.
Well, she says it's Hans, but he's the villain, and everyone's like, no, boo, he can't be dreamy, he's evil. But she's like, but he's so dreamy, because at this point, she doesn't know that he's a villain yet.
True.
Okay, and then
Oh, Tony's giving us some facts there. She says Arya calls both of them dreamy.
Oh,
really, okay. So, Tony, do we need to give credit for both answers? We can do that now.
Oh,
So-
really? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Gina can come back in and tag them both as correct. So we can definitely do that if we need to. Just make a comment there, Tony, and she'll come back in and flag that one. And then
I think Disney
yeah.
could have picked a shorter name for this.
I know.
Yeah, and then question 5. And we gave this one, Uli, you gave this one away in the pre-show.
I did.
Yeah, the first time in forever a Frozen sing-along celebration. But I did die at your first answer. If you don't know the words, you live under a rock. And
Will this song ever end?
yeah, so crowd did pretty well on that one. Crowd did pretty well on the next one as well. That the Frozen sing-along was meant to be a temporary attraction.
I didn't know that.
I got that wrong, but then I was like, no, wait, because it was in a different place. It wasn't
Yeah, I actually still have my
It
ticket
was.
from there. You had to get a ticket for a showtime, and they would circle which showtime you could go to, and then they lined you up behind the building, and then made you all the way in. It was crazy.
But it used to
Yeah,
be,
it
I
was-
think, over by the Muppets, that little
Yep.
theater that used to be
right,
back
that
there.
theater that used to be back there that isn't there anymore.
That's now, is that Star Wars now?
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah.
And then, how did Elsa's Snowgees? I never heard the word Snowgees before. I wanted to spell check that one. Did we get that right? But I just figured out I'll roll with it. Right?
Yeah.
But they skated in. We already talked about that. So the crowd knew that one. Okay. And then I was shocked a little bit that because this made news this week. Equity
I
Ben said
know.
he's not coming back with the show.
When the
Okay.
answers came in, I'm like, well, I guess it's not undoubtedly.
Was that his choice, or did Disney fire him?
No, it was
No,
his
he-
choice. He said he wants to be a stay-at-home dad, and
Oh,
or a full-time dad. But I thought, because man, that's just lit up all of the podcast groups, and when Equity Ben said peace out, right?
Yeah.
And that's why
I
I
like
thought I would make it a little easier by going, who is undoubtedly the most well-known Arendelle historian on Twitter.
I didn't know Twitter had Arendelle historians.
They got Equity Ben there, so right. And then, so I thought I made that one easier, but maybe not, right? And which Frozen character is missing from the sing-along, even so, though he has a great voice?
See,
Yeah.
I got this one wrong too. I was like Paw Patrol.
No, because Sven and Kristoff sings and plays and gives Sven a voice and sings.
Yep,
I wish the troll song was in the sing along though.
me too. I love when the troll Kalen yells when the girls come and he goes, "Oh, never a dull moment between you two." He actually says that in part 2. I was like, "That's great. Never a dull moment with you two. What's wrong now?"
And then number 10, what attraction used to be in the theater where the sing-along now takes place? Crowd nailed this one, 74%, the American Idol Theater.
Went to that a lot as a kid.
I actually got to be in the American Idol experience. It was amazing.
That's pretty
Oh.
cool. The judges were fun too there too. Those were like the historians and the judges.
Did you said you got to sing and try out for it?
I did, yep.
Oh, how'd you do?
I made it to the show, and then I did not win, quote unquote win, but it was fun. Later on, we were at the Hoop-de-Doo, and these people came over to me. They're like, "We totally voted for you. You should have won." It was I was like,
Uli, what did you sing?
I sang Black Velvet by a lot of miles back in the day.
Video, or it didn't happen.
Maybe I have pictures, but I don't know about video.
We'll have to put you to the challenge on that one. I think John threw down a gauntlet there for you.
Well, again, I don't know if I have video, but I definitely have pictures.
That video would be fun to see. That's great.
Yeah.
They really did that as good as they possibly could make the American Idol experience.
It was really cool. It really was.
I mean, getting there in the morning, auditioning, being chosen, and it was fun.
Yep.
Yeah. It was, because I couldn't stand the show, and I actually enjoyed the.
I agree with you.
The American Idol experience.
More trivia. Chris Lowry. Chris Lowry, the guy who did the Safari, is a singer. He sings now on Facebook. Was in the American Idol experience too. So,
cool.
Just funny how things.
Wow. And Annette says that her daughter tried out for American Idol 5 times.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
I think we might have a American Idol trivia set coming up. So much love for American Idol here. Okay.
Don't ask me to write that.
That's what we'll have to have Uli come back in and do it, because she did so well, right? So, okay, let's come back in and see how people did in the leaderboards for the overall game. And I'm top player of the night. I'm thinking it's Jeremy.
Yep.
Probably so.
Yep. Jeremy by 300 points. Okay. And then congratulations to Scott D and Erik as well.
Woo-hoo.
Those are some new talent that we've got in here playing with us tonight. So somebody gave
Dave
in the top 10 though, and she couldn't play one round, so that's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
And
this,
I wish the software wasn't so spazzy here, okay? But I've opened up a ticket and asked them to cut it out, but who knows, right? So anyways, congratulations to you 3 for winning tonight. And then let me hit this button here for the top team tonight.
Crushers.
And let me do that. There we go. Overall team, the Welcome Homies. Jeremy pulled it out for them and dethrones the Disney Crushers, followed by the Geekin' on WDW trivia team. But look at that. It was within 100 points for first to second to third. Okay.
Yep.
That's close.
Really, really tight game for those top 3 teams tonight as well. And so, yep, congratulations there, Scott. And then nice job, Jeremy, Scott, and Erik as well for that placement as well. So, okay. I think that pretty well sums up the trivia game.
Was so much fun that if you don't ask me back, I will be here anyway. I will hack my way back in. This is a really fun thing. This really needs to grow. This is great.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it as well.
Yeah.
And so that's why we ask people to share out the show. And I think, well, we're now into October. So it's like we're competing with Friday night football games maybe now. Okay.
Could be.
And we're not
This
sure.
is better. It really is for me.
If you're a Disney fan, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't done this previously, even though people told me to. I was like, what are you talking about? Trivia? What? This is really fun.
Yeah, so we have a great time tonight. So thank you, John, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Peter, Kaylin, and Uli for writing the questions.
Absolutely.
Our team is actually recruiting. We're always looking for more trivia people. Believe it or not, it takes about 40 hours of work to pull off one show behind the scenes.
I believe it.
Between all the research, the writing, the spell checking, the fact checking, because the last thing we want to come in here and have questions wrong. So if you'd like to join us, that'd be great. A lot of our current team and staff are teachers, and they had fun this summer, but now they've got real live jobs to do. So we are recruiting for that as well. And the other thing is this software is pretty expensive to put on. So if you haven't joined our Patreon group and you're a regular player, consider throwing us a few bucks a month on Patreon. That would be patreon.com/mydvcpoints. We'd love to have you come back in and support the show. We are committed to always make this show free, and we are going to run this thing until April when our current software runs out. And then we'll start to reevaluate. Do we have enough support, players, things like that going on? So as usual, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will be back next week, and I think Skywalking Force will be back with us as well. Richard and Sarah will be leading this. I know I will be in Disney World. Gina will be in Disney World. Some of the team will be in Disney World.
I won't.
So
That's right. I'm missing you guys by like 3 days or something.
yeah, we're gonna miss Pete by 3 days. Panda, you'll be in Disney World. We'll have to meet up somehow.
We will.
But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next week, and I think it's Disney Cats and Dogs next week. Okay, so I think it's some like you better brush up on your movie names and your Disney Cat and Dog theaters. Okay,
Check what Pete is. A lot of people don't know what Pete is. Check on that.
there you go. We'll do that. I'll even see if they'll write a question on that. So anybody, thanks everybody for tuning in. You guys have a great night. We'll be back next Friday.